Welcome to OBE. I'm your host, Jonathan Womack. From mages and druids to wizards, witches, and warlocks, magic has been a part of the human experience for thousands of years. Modern magicians entertain us on TV and stage. The dictionary defines magic as the art of producing illusions as entertainment by the use of sleight of hand, deceptive devices, etc. And also, the art of producing a desired effect or result through the use of incantation or various other techniques that presumably assure human control of supernatural agencies or the forces of nature. In olden times, it was believed that magic could drive illness from the body, conjure spirits, and raise the dead. With magic, you could power a flying carpet or turn a prince into a frog. Is there any truth to these stories, or is it all make-believe? I feel the answer lies somewhere between myth and history, that the magical arts of ancient times were rooted in science, alchemy, and spirituality, and had practical everyday uses, or as some call it, white magic. My guest today is Patti Negri, intuitive medium and white magic practitioner. Patti's book, Old World Magic for the Modern World, talks about simple spells anyone can do to improve their lives, and she's here today to share her experience and knowledge. So without further ado, join me in welcoming Patti to the show. How are you doing, Patti?
I'm great. Thank you so much, John, for having me on. This is really fun. Happy to be here. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching along. Magic is everywhere. People just don't realize it all the time. They're doing it or undoing it. And I just like to bring a little awareness of it. It's not any big, high, mystical thing. It's just something we create in life.
I agree. As I was watching your videos, I thought of Arthur C. Clarke's third law that says any sufficiently advanced technology would be indistinguishable from magic. And to me, your spells are more scientific than paranormal.
Yeah, it really is, because it is much more science, but I just put, because I think whatever your belief system or what cosmology or path you're working is kind of like whatever template you choose. Even religion, I want to take it, there's basic energy truths, and that truths to me go down to energy, and energy actually goes down to numbers. If you want to get, there, in the beginning was the word, and the word was numbers. But again, it all really is kind of math. And I go back to the basic truth that everything is mind, body, spirit. Because, literally 200,000 books are written about mind, body, spirit. The self-help section, the spiritual section, the occult section, the Christian section. We have to have all three of those as a home run. We understand most of that. The mind part, that's psychology. We will never surpass our own belief system. We'll never surpass our own. It's going to be easy. Yeah, now it is. It's going to be hard. Yep, now it is. Everything we do, I'm going to open the door. I'm not. I'm going to be miserable. I'm going to be happy. It's our head. We understand that. We understand the mind, the body part, taking action. Like, I'm going to eat healthy. I'm not going to go to the fast food place every day. We understand that, mind, body. But it's the spirit. That's the less tangible part that people don't get. And that's the battery part that makes things happen in whatever realm you're working in. And because people don't get it because it's not as mind or body, but actually there's a billion ways you could do it. You could do it through your own belief system, through your religion, prayer, go to church, go to temple, go to synagogue, go to mass, or you could do it new age, you could do affirmations, you could do vision boards, you could do spell working like I do, but it's the spirit and the energy behind it. And again, with spell working, with magic, I'm working with just nature's elements. Stuff, again, it's the high science of knowing what's in it modern day, and just the ancient science that our forebears knew just naturally.
Yes.
And the one thing I've noticed is that we've lost so much of our natural instinct in modern times. You know, like your little baby kitten knows how to take care of its cats and the dogs and animals in the wild. And we humans used to just kind of know how to breathe to relax, how to do this to relax. It just came natural, but it doesn't so much anymore. So I just re-simplified the basics, and that's my whole philosophy of what I teach and what I practice. It's in us naturally.
You're talking about what Rupert Sheldrake is all about with his morphic resonance and how...
Really? Yeah, I don't know his work. I know the name, but...
Yes. And what I found in my experience is that when the soul comes into the body, you are subject to the brain-body interface. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, the soul has all these kinds of inputs that it's not used to, and emotions. And there's however the spirit reacts to being in the body brain. It's not an easy thing, I think, being here. You have all these emotions, all this kind of stimuli. The brain body, I think, affects the soul and vice versa.
Yeah, it's a little working machine, goes together, and we wiggle our way through.
Now you break down your white magic into the 4 elements, is that right?
I work elementally. Most shamanic people, sorry, somebody is coming into that. Never mind. I'll just leave this game. Like shamanic, like Native Americans, like pagans, as the path I follow, Peruvians, work with basic, the format or template or roadmap I put on is elemental. So again, if you put your whole world, your whole life into those 4 elements, air, fire, water, that's the basic 4. You can do it with 5, adding spirit, but I'll just keep it simple for air, fire, water. Your earth is your grounding, your sense of self, who you are. It's your home, it's your persona. It's how people know you. Oh, that's John. He's so-and-so. That's Pat. That's your earth. Your fire is your passion, creativity, love, sex, spirituality, God, create that thing that keeps you going. That's your fire. And that's in the particular compass I'm working is north and south. That makes you who you are, your backbone, north and south. But where we get off balance is west and east, because I'm doing an airplane going side to side. West is our water. It's our emotions. It's 60% of our body. It's 70% of our planet. That water just has to flow, not judged, not stomped down, not stuffed out, just the flow of water west. And the east, that's our thinking plane. That's our focus. That's our clarity. That's all based on breath. So if you put your whole life into air, fire, water, earth, that's basically who you are, your grounding, your passion, your emotions, and your thoughts. And it's really easy. Grounding. So when things are out of balance, going, what is it? Is it my emotions? And then I have these little 30-second fixes. Run your hands underwater, do this, put your intent, your brain, you've got to do that.
Let me back you up. Let me back you up. Can you just tell us about the washing your hands part?
Yeah, I will tell. Okay, I'll give you that whole 30-second thing, what to do. Okay, again, I'm going to go back to that mind, body, spirit. So the next time, again, we are just being alive. We are a miracle. Every day, every one of us, whatever circumstances, should be in gratitude and feel like, wow, I'm alive today. Yay. So if you're not that happy, or maybe you're not being as productive as you could, like I should be doing work and I'm not, or whatever, or equally important, especially right now, is we're getting numbed out. You're not as conscious as you can be. Awake, alive. We don't want anything by rote, phoned in, automatic pilot, asleep at the wheel. That's what modern times do to us. That's like sleepwalking. That's wasted breath, wasted hours. So again, if you're not as happy or productive or conscious as you can be, look back and go, okay, one of those 4 elements is going to be out of balance. Say it's your emotions. You got in an argument, or somebody on the freeway cut you off. Big or little, justified or not, doesn't matter. But in this moment in time, if it's your emotions that's getting the best of you and your full expression of life, that's your water element. What you need is water, running water. Think how good you feel after a shower, right? No matter what. The shower. And that's only 1 or 2 out of the 3, one mind, body, spirit, home run. Because 1 out of 3 is wishful thinking. I wish I was happy. I wish I was famous or rich or in love or whatever. 1 out of 3 is nothing. 2 out of 3 is hit or miss, often missed depending on which 2. 3 out of 3 is always a home run. So if we go, okay, if my water element, water can be it. I'm sad, I'm angry, I'm worried, I'm angsty because we have so much angst. Walk up to a sink, a water fountain, hose, drinking fountain, bathroom, kitchen, pour a bottle of water on your hands. Set your intention, whether you're talking to the element of water or God or the universe. With this 30 seconds of running my hand of water, breathing and running my hands underwater, I'm going to release my excess of emotion. Run your hands underwater. Because you know we have portals in our hands, how healers work with their hands, portals in the palms and fingers. Run your hands underwater. Body, mind, body. The water itself is the spirit. That water has the attributes, just like a shower, to release, not hold in that emotion in your jaw, in your chest, in your shoulders. You literally are releasing it out. And within 30 seconds, you will healthfully and really release that excess emotion. And it's gone, gone, gone. Then if you need to deal with what caused it, you can. So not either so upset or mad to have that conversation, whatever, from the argument. You've just released it in 30 seconds.
You can be more analytical.
You could just be there. Okay, I've released this off balance. And the same thing with air. The other one that gets off balance is our thinking brain. We are chatty brained all the time. We are foggy brained all the time. Because again, the vibration's so high, nobody breathes anymore. We're always breathing fast. We're always catching our short breath, catching our breath because we're always in a hurry. The result of that short breathing, shallow breathing, and I'm just talking the hour we're working out today or our yoga, the whole day, we just don't breathe. So all of a sudden, if you get that chatty brain or that foggy brain, or maybe you have a really important conversation or you're giving a speech or whatever you have to do, you're sharper, you're just working mind, body, spirit. That's the air element. Just breathing will calm your head. But my 30-second fix for that, like the water for emotions, is heka work, sound work. It's Egyptian magic. We know sound effects as music can soothe the soul or invigorate you. People take sound baths, work with chimes, work with tuning forks. Vocal sounds is heka work. Every sound we actually make has an effect on us. Every vowel, every consonant, form, force, function. But without doing a whole lesson on hekas, vowels clear the head. Any vowel, any order. Think about it. Every sacred word pretty much is a vowel. Amen. Oh. Native American, India, opens up this whole crown of illumination. So all of a sudden, if you're going, dang, I can't think straight, I got a conversation, or a foggy brain, hormones, whatever hits in, okay, I need the air element. So you set your intention, whether you're talking to God or the air or your brain itself. With this 30 seconds of deep breathing, with this 30 seconds of vowels, I need to pull in the focus and clarity of the air element. So whether you're sitting in your car going, ah, or oh, or E-I-E-I-O, doesn't matter. Within 30 seconds, you will actually notice the chatter in your head begin to stop, the clarity come in, fog, lift, and focus.
Yeah,
they could be game changers.
I think about the technological aspects of that too, where sound vibrations can shatter a glass like a diva who is singing.
Yep.
Or hypnotize someone.
Yep.
Or you're hypnotized with sound.
And change every cell in your body, especially with sound, because that's your pneuma, your life force, your vocal sound, besides inside sound. That's your pneuma, your life force coming out. Even the moisture in your breath, that's free will. That's why some cultures spit, like some Italian, like Mediterranean. Oh, what a pretty baby. They spit, you don't just spit, but that's free will. That's why. So the sound coming out of us, like for fire, you need the fire. You don't have the passion going. The heka for that is Z. Zzz. Like asking a little kid, what does a bee sound like? Zzz. That will bring in like setting your attention, whether you're going Pele, fire, volcano god, or dragon breath, or Holy Spirit, or whichever fire element, the beating of your heart. I need to cool in the fire element. So 30 seconds of zzz, which will take, that was like 1 second, might make you dizzy, it's okay. Within 30 seconds, you will start to feel a tingling at the base of your spine. It'll start to work up your spinal cord, and you'll, within half a minute, have the either fire, passion, creativity, energy, spirit connection that you need. That easy.
Well, in my experience, when I visit the home of souls, which I believe is the sun, and you're flying into this huge sphere, the sun, and you're guided to your space. You have a home space in there where you were born, and you're guided by this music, and it sounds, I describe it as 1,000 symphonies playing 1,000 songs all at once. It's so incredibly beautiful and joyous, and it reverberates through you. And I've come to understand that when we are born in the spirit world, each of us has a particular frequency, like a fingerprint, and we use that frequency, we hear it as music, and we use that to find our home within the sun because it's so large, and that guides us in.
Yes.
The sound is so joyous and incredible. So it just makes sense that when we come to Earth that we're also affected by sound,
yes,
and vibrations, and yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, all of that. I get people when doing magic or whatever, allow your body to go with the flow. It almost takes more energy to try to stand here, be still, not here, than just feel it. You will start to tune into that vibration. You will start to tune in to the sound within it. That's why I do a lot of sound changes, and you find the little one that will tweak and catch to what you're tuning into.
Yeah, and everybody knows how, so you're watching a movie and the soundtrack, John Williams, let's say, it can take you from, sadness, and the next scene you'll be joyous, and
yeah,
it can change
music.
your whole...
It's sound, it's music, it's vibration, it's pattern, it's cadence, it's all of that.
Yes. Now, can you tell us about how do you go about doing a seance? How does that work?
I lift the veil. I've been doing it. I really did know. When I was like a little toddler, I just knew that those imaginary friends little kids have weren't imaginary or all imaginary. They were real beings and spirits. I could have real conversations, get real tangible information. The good ones and not so good ones, literally the spirit under the bed and the spirit in the closet were all real. And I just had this thing about death and the other side. It wasn't even morbid and it wasn't scary. I literally did my first seance when I was 7 or 8 in my little suburban home. I just kind of knew what to do. I went in my little, windowless, lightless hallway and came up with my first chant. And I realized I didn't know any dead people. So Marilyn Monroe and John Kennedy, they're dead. It was late 60s. So I came up with this thing. I lifted the veil. It's just what was in me, this inner knowledge, again, this intuition we're kind of born with. And my little windowless, lightless hall filled with orbs flying around. And I ran out of the room screaming, of course, but inside I was like, yes, this is real. This is something we can control. This is our realm of existence. I think when we cross over the veil, the other side has to play by our rules in our world, which just keeps me safe in dark, scary houses I have to go into, whether for TV or whatever. I just believe that this is our realm and we're in charge, unless we give up power, which most people do. So I've studied over the years, once that happened, religion, philosophy, metaphysics, occult science, and I take it all down to the energy that I see and sense. And again, that's why I kind of landed on working elementally, because that really, it's hard to offend anybody's belief system or religion, and going, okay, you understand the grounding of earth, the strength of a tree. It's hard to get too weird, not getting into deities and things. Mm-hmm. So that's how I work. Even my seances, I lift the veil, I call in those elements as my guardians, as my wards to protect. And then I literally lift the veil. I work with herbs and oils and sounds and chimes. My style of seance is a kind of a little bit modernized version of a Victorian turn of the last century spiritualist seance. Mm-hmm. We lift it up. I have everything at the table. I am burning mugwort and dragon's blood and chimes and things. And I will work with old-fashioned spirit boards, Ouija boards, chalkboards. Spirits like chalkboards the best.